Very excited to have the fun and both ways.
Okay, it is 5 o'clock p.m. on Tuesday, May 28, 2024. We'll call the Board of Works and Safety meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Weigel.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Daniel.
Here, in front of you are the minutes from our last meeting on May 14th. Lisa, did you have any changes or corrections?
I did not.
Okay, I'll make a motion we approve the Board of Works meeting minutes as presented. I'm sorry, I did send a change to you. I apologize. That change was regarding, for Board of Works, was regarding, Terry, I think there was, the word brakes was misspelled for brakes in the line versus brakes in a car. Two separate spellings on that. So I think that was the only change I saw. So I'll amend my motion and be a motion to approve with that noted change.
I will second.
Motion seconded. Further discussion. All in favor, show the usual sign. Lisa and I approve. Dan abstains. Next up is the street closing request for food truck. And Jim,
Yes.
why have you come on up? Hello, sir.
Hello,
Name and address, please.
my name is Jim Martin. We're based out of 735 West Market, Old Criders, now Wood Farms Premium Meats.
And your request is for the first two parking spaces on Jackson Street, just west of Main Street. And that is to park the food truck there and
Yep.
bend out onto the sidewalk
Yes, sir.
effectively, right?
Yep, and it wouldn't necessarily have to be those two spots. I just noticed that was a little bit off the beaten path, and they were parallel spots, not the pull-in spots, so it
Okay.
would take up less space.
Okay,
So if there's somewhere else that would be a better option, I'm definitely all ears.
sure.
Currently, I park at Napa on Wednesdays, so I'm looking for somewhere else to park Thursdays and Fridays on a consistent basis.
Gotcha. So you're in the parking lot at Napa on Tuesdays and Wednesdays with their approval?
Yes.
And so Thursday and Friday, you'd want to be downtown effectively?
Yes, somewhere within walking distance for people that are working around the area.
I gotcha. Okay. So for the board's purpose, I did look at our food truck ordinance. I didn't see that there were any concerns with that. Rosie, did you have any concerns regarding that?
No.
Okay. Any issues or comments, questions? Obviously, you're going to be locating in a place where you're not really in direct competition. You're not right next to another food place or anything like
Exactly.
that. Plus, you're also a local vendor, effectively, that you're just having the mobile side of it, if you will. So, how long have you guys been doing your food truck?
Locally here in Columbia City is just this season. We've been based out of Fort Wayne
Yeah.
for the last, 3 years.
Okay.
And then since we came out here and purchased Criders, we relocated the entire business,
Yep.
mobile and everything, so,
Okay.
yep.
Very good.
My question was, and I think I'm asking some of you, but if there's a funeral going on,
I can definitely be somewhere else. I can even park in our parking lot like I have been the last few weeks. So it's not a mandatory, like I said, I don't have to be there. It just seemed like it was a little bit off, out of the way, not to cause any kind of congestion with traffic, anything like that.
Sure.
So
Sure.
anywhere that's similar to that kind of a situation would be absolutely fine.
That makes sense. Yeah, I could see, most of the time, and I maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, most of the time, like most funerals at Smith's stay within the parking lot, but I know that there are those larger ones that do expand out a little bit.
yeah, I
so.
think that hearse, everything is lined up on Jackson.
On Jackson. Oh, it is on Jackson? Or is it on Jefferson?
Jackson. Oh, wait.
I think it's on Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's Jackson. Smith's on Jackson.
It's in between.
Well,
Oh, it's in
Smith is
between.
officially on Jefferson
So it's the
and
farthest
Hay.
one towards, down.
Going north,
Main.
yeah, it's Jefferson.
So it'd be Jefferson,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
No,
I'm on the
but
wrong street.
that's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. Any other concerns or questions
And this would, because there is a little lunch cafe in the basement
of Church Cafe?
and
Yeah.
that you,
It's, I guess it's kind of a half block away, if you will. It's a little more than a half block away there, I would say.
And if there's somewhere else that anybody has in mind that would work better for everybody, like I'm not trying to step
Yeah.
on anybody's toes.
No,
I'm just-
I know that. And again, I think part of it is trying to figure out what that best location and placement is. I think you're right, the parallel spots does create less hazard and less room, if you will, less taking of parking spaces.
Right.
So, you know, again, understanding kind of the main thoroughfare, all that kind of stuff. I guess the other question would be is where people are going to park.
I was relying more on like the walking, like people working in the businesses
Yeah.
and like people walking from neighborhoods,
Coming up that way.
and not necessarily making a driving destination out of it.
Yeah. Thoughts on that, board members?
Yeah. I don't have a problem. I'm trying to think anywhere else in town that would be a better location. I can't really come up with one
Yeah.
off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But I never,
Lester, please chief, what's your thoughts in that area?
Well, I mean, I think it's okay as long as you're not blocking the traffic view.
What?
And again, like you said, the parallel parking, I think, like Mayor, everybody's in agreement, it's probably the best spot.
Yeah, I would never want, because I'd have to take up 4 or 5
Is
spots.
that an every week thing?
It would be, I'm looking for somewhere to go every Thursday, Friday. Because I have my normal Tuesday, Wednesday at Napa, and I'm looking for like some consistency around, at least in that general area at least.
Have you talked to the general store?
Are they?
But yeah, I'm gonna go set up in her parking lot for an event she's doing later on.
That's
and,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, I've been working with them to do some stuff for her.
Just be.
And you
The shoes.
wouldn't be doing it the week
Just,
of Old Settlers.
it'd just be.
What's that?
this year throughout.
You won't be doing it the week of Old Settlers.
I don't know what that is.
Old Settlers Festival, it's the downtown festival.
Okay.
So we have a lot of traffic that's rerouted from Van Buren to both Market Street and Jackson Street there. So it probably would be a bit of a traffic hazard there.
And I could skip that. We can just, like I said, go park. I could talk to people at Napa or a different location on a private lot somewhere.
I think, honestly, I don't foresee an issue. I think Dan's right, is maybe we try it and see how well it works. If it's valuable for you guys, then we can have another conversation about how well it's going. Again, I think my bigger issue more than anything else, outside of Old Settlers, but it sounds like you got that taken care of, is where people will park to come to the food truck. I could see them parking in the funeral lot and then walking over kind of a thing, but nevertheless, that's really not your problem. That's someone else's problem, I guess, in some way, shape, or form, so.
And I'm definitely willing to work with the people at the funeral home,
Yeah.
surrounding businesses, let them know what my intentions are. If that's necessary, definitely.
Well, and I think, again, I think we're supportive. Obviously, you're a local business, and you know, I need to obviously stop by and have lunch sometime, is what it sounds like to me.
Absolutely.
But nevertheless, I think, agree, I think there's only a certain amount of areas that are probably good for this kind of thing, and you probably have picked one of the better areas for sure, so.
Okay.
So, with that, any other issues, concerns? I'll make a motion, we approve the street closing, it's really parking space closing request as presented. Motion seconded, further discussion?
I haven't, none of the department heads have approved it.
Okay. Department heads, I'm sorry, department heads, are there any issues that you guys have from a technical standpoint?
I didn't give it out because you wanted to kind of
Yeah,
talk about it.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're kind of a trailblazer, we've not really done this before.
Okay.
So it's a new territory for us, so.
Okay. And I'm definitely willing to work with you guys. I
Yeah.
mean, whatever you need me to modify,
Well, again,
change.
I think, again, we see it working, or, you know, we see how it goes. If you guys are starting to experience some issues, if we're starting to experience some issues, we have your contact information, we can get in touch and have
Absolutely.
a conversation about it. To me, I'm all into trying it out and seeing how it works, so.
Okay.
Motion, and you second. You seconded, Dan seconded. Further discussion? All in favor, show by the usual sign. It is unanimous. Okay?
All right.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming tonight.
Am I good to go for this week, for Thursday and Friday, or do you want me to wait a week?
Yes. Yeah, I think well,
Yeah, I usually send a notification out if we have any new street closings, but I didn't do that yet tonight.
Do I need to put up no parking signs or something?
Yeah,
If we block,
oh, gotcha.
we're gonna block them off there.
Do we block them off?
I mean, I can go like on my way in and put some pylons there. I mean, like I said, whatever you guys need me to do.
How often would you say those spots are actually taken prior to 10:30 a.m.?
Probably not all, you know, he had a conversation with the general store, I don't know if you heard that, I didn't ask him
Yep.
about that. And I appreciate your willingness to work with us.
Oh,
and do
for
what
sure,
we have to do.
absolutely.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would obviously, because it's an every week thing for, what, 5 months? It would be preferential for us to maybe go and put 2 cones in those 2 parking spaces ahead of time. Obviously not like a Monday, but. you know,
Right.
Maybe a Wednesday night or even a Thursday morning and stuff.
Okay.
And go from there.
Okay,
Yeah, if there's issues, talk to the chief and we'll figure it.
okay, figure something out, we'll work with it. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
everybody.
See you later.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is First Friday, June 7th. This is regarding parking spaces south of the courthouse on Market Street. I had a question about this, which is, are they talking about the courthouse spaces or are they talking about the other side of Market
This
Street?
street, this side of the street, to put,
The car show?
car show.
I know, but are we talking about
She
the
said
Bowen
the
Center
south
side? or
side
Bowen-
of the courthouse.
The courthouse side.
Market, which I think is where all the county people park.
I think there was a map.
There wasn't any.
There wasn't a map.
I thought I saw one somewhere.
I would have expected Tom to point that out, but he probably didn't see it yet.
Well, he hasn't been here, so I don't know.
But I think, same with the, when they have the drive-through for the
Yeah,
Christmas thing.
yeah. I mean, personally, you know, again, most of the employees should be out by 5 o'clock. The bigger question would be if, for some reason, one of them is still,
That's
you know.
in the quarter session or something, but I
Yeah.
doubt it, not on a Friday.
5 PM on a Friday.
Everywhere
Unless
gets
the
out.
judge is really a glutton for punishment, maybe, but,
She said she
4:30
liked
gets out, yeah, 'cause
the parking spots on Market Street on the south part of the courthouse side. For the car show, we plan to have the cars parked parallel to the sidewalk to ensure no one walks in the street. So
okay.
there must be parkings this way.
Yeah, so they're parking perpendicular to the actual parking spaces of how they're laid out.
Hopefully they got enough spots.
Yeah, well, sounds like a them problem,
Right.
right? I mean, I guess I don't have a problem with it, again, as long as all the county employees, again, it's a Friday, so they should be out of there by 5 o'clock. But,
I can post sign parking after 4:30,
yeah,
or 5.
that like, enough spaces, I mean.
well, again,
People go crazy for cars here, so.
Yeah.
Curious as how many cars are they gonna parallel park, or they double them up?
I don't know if
Make
it's
it
a
two
regular
widths or
car
whatever.
show. A lot of times on those First Fridays, there's a few antiquers or whatever it is that come in there. It's not a big, full-blown car show.
well, I guess my perspective is that that's up to Columbia City Connect to figure out if they have enough spaces or not, but for us, I mean, personally,
It's just the parking.
it's just the
space.
parking spaces they're asking for, so I personally don't have a problem with it. Do we have any concerns from department heads?
No, Tom said as long as the Market Street remains.
It remains open, yeah, that's fine.
And if it gets along the road, remains open.
Yep. So. And you'll have it, and we'll post it, so they'll be all aware, basically, so. Probably should post it Thursday night, before they come in on Friday morning, maybe.
We'll have the third shift posted throughout the night.
That's probably great.
Put electric fence around it.
I'll make a motion, we approve the request from First Fridays as presented.
I'll second.
Motion second, further discussion. All those in favor show with the usual sign, it is unanimous.
Again, that might be something that you're gonna have to put cones up because people park there as soon as they can on First Friday, so.
In the county parking lot?
Well, as soon as they move out,
Yeah, because people are trying
people start pulling
to
in.
get uptown.
Like a lot of the vendors from First Friday,
Oh, gotcha.
they move in. and-
Well, and again, I hate to say this, but we need to make sure that Columbia City Connect has a handle on that because, you know, ultimately they're the one requesting it, so they need to make sure their vendors don't park in their spaces that they've requested to be closed. I don't want it to become a scenario where they let a free-for-all happen, which I know they won't, but let a free-for-all happen and then it's the police to come and shoot everybody away, so. You got it under control?
Me?
Yeah, you gotta make sure that Columbia City Connect has it under
I
control.
won't be here that night, sorry.
That's okay. Bills.
All right, I make a motion to pay all accounts payable in the amount of $229,718.98 from the allowance of accounts payable vouchers dated 5/28/24 for checks.
Second.
Motion second. Further discussion? All those in favor show by the usual sign. It is unanimous.
I make a motion to pay all accounts payable in the amount of $1,053,488.08 from the allowance of accounts payable vouchers dated 5/28/24 for EFT payments.
Second.
Motion second. Further discussion? All those in favor show by the usual sign. It is unanimous.
I make a motion to pay all accounts payable except overtime in the amount of $287,655.49 plus overtime in the amount of $16,753.19 for a total of $304,408.68 for the pay file ending 5/17/24.
Second.
Motion second. Further discussion? All those in favor show by the usual sign. It is unanimous.
I make a motion to pay all accounts payable in the amount of $1,475.34 from the allowance of accounts payable vouchers dated 5/28/24 for budget refunds.
Second.
Motion second. Further discussion? All those in favor show by the usual sign. It is unanimous.
And I'll make a motion to pay all accounts payable in the amount of $2,956.14 from the allowance of accounts payable vouchers dated 5/28/24 for meter deposit refunds.
Second.
Motion second. Further discussion? All those in favor show by the usual sign. It is unanimous. Thank you. Department head reports. Chip.
Eagle Park is moving along. They have the stone basin for the pickleball courts and are, I would say, 2/3 of the way done putting in the base for the sidewalk. The electric department has to get in there and get some conduit in for lighting. Other than that, the city is pretty much done with all of their obligations. Westgate's moving forward. Surf finally showed up. I think that was 2 weeks ago. And to relocate today. And I did see that Pulver's posted on the Facebook site that traffic's going to be restricted out there throughout the day. So things are going very smooth. So just minor complaints.
Questions of Chip? Thank you. Terry.
Our public Wi-Fi is now running on our Surf Fiber connection, so that's been up and running for about a week now. That seems to be holding pretty good. Good speed out of that. The rollover line is supposed to be moved this week for our main network. Hopefully that'll be done this week. Quotes are in for the public Wi-Fi at Okie Alley and Marshall Park. Hope to move forward on those projects pretty soon. That's all.
Question of Terry. Thank you. Matt.
Happy to report nothing major happened when I was gone.
That's good. Aquatic Center was, what, open for a day or two?
Yeah, it was open Saturday,
Okay.
and then the storms came through on Monday, or Sunday, and then Monday, the temperature was not high enough,
Yep.
not warm enough.
Gotcha.
So
Cool. I heard they were pretty busy on Saturday.
they were. And they, I think the last counter was like 252, 253 in on Saturday.
Good. Questions of Matt? Aquatic Center opens full-time, I get, or throughout the week, next Monday, right?
Yeah, it opens again then Saturday,
Yep,
and then it's open for the summer.
gotcha. Thank you. Kelly?
Well, we finished up the South Chauncey Street sidewalk project. Got dirt, seed, and straw in, and we have grass growing already, so it's good news down there. You guys did a good job on that sidewalk. Chip asked us to fix a spot uptown on Van Buren Street where there was a tree that got removed in the tree grate. We had to get the grate out, and Jason and a couple guys fixed that. 50-50 walk. There was a guy, I think, got brought up on Weston and Line Street. He's putting the house in the back. Well, he got in a 50-50, so we got a bunch of concrete work there to do now.
Is that on the Line Street or the west?
It'll be both.
Oh, both, so, oh, because he's a corner lot,
Yeah.
that's right.
So we're gonna do the western side first and then wait till school's out, hopefully, and do the Line Street side.
Gotcha.
And then working with Great Lakes Chloride to get the alleys sprayed for dust control here, hopefully within the next couple weeks. And community crossings list, we have 44 segments, street segments that we're submitting. Laura Ship and our grant writer will be working on getting that ready for submittal. I think we have till the end of July to get that done. And that'll be for 2025.
That's, as a, maybe a reminder, or maybe you don't know, so community crossings upped the amount of grant maximum award to 1.5 million. So that would mean, because of our city size, a $500,000 match. So you'll see in the budget conversations that we'll be having $500,000 match, but it means $2 million worth of paving across the city next year, which is needed, but exciting that we're going to basically double the amount of paving we typically do. So it's a very positive thing.
Other than that, we'll be working on mid-year evaluations this week.
Questions of Kelly? Thank you. Mike?
Down here at the apartment building that on Ellsworth, we hooked it up Thursday. While we was hooking it up Thursday, we found that we had 2 lead lines going across the street, so we replaced them at the same time. Had a line hit out at Westgate also that we had to repair Thursday, so.
Water line or stormwater line?
Water line.
Water line.
It was marked, but it went at a weird angle and they thought they had missed it.
Gotcha.
They got it, so we had to, they hit it Wednesday, but we couldn't bore across the road till Thursday because we don't want to interrupt any more traffic than what's already interrupted out there, so it was, we decided to bore it across. So we got a few of them this week, and I hopefully, if the weather holds off, we'll get out there and try to get that plug on that one storm line out there at Westgate.
That's great. Questions of Mike? Thank you. Mike?
Well, all our overhead cranes had their inspections completed for the year. Just a couple minor deficiencies on that. We'll get those corrected. Biomonitoring was last week. As far as I heard so far, that we have passed that.
Good.
Just waiting on the final report. The secondary that was down that we had to order parts for, the guys actually got that all put back together, up and running. If it needs to run, they added a few pieces themselves, fabricated and all of them in place. Then company was in, got everything ready to install the new flow meter for the sludge return, and they prepped that today. They come in tomorrow, change that out, and then a company will come in on Thursday and check it over and hopefully calibrate it. So that'll be back on online.
Questions of Mike? Thank you. I'm gonna go back to Mike Schroeder for a second. Can you give the board an update on the filters and the changeover of the media and stuff?
Supposed to be starting this the 1st of the month.
1st of June?
Yes.
Gotcha. So as a reminder to the board, the filter media within the water plant is for all the filters, right?
Right. We've got all the media in. It's just waiting for them to get in and start changing it.
Yeah, so they'll be changing all the media. So during that time, will residents experience any
No,
changes?
because
or
we'll just run off.
the ones that you haven't changed?
Yes.
And then flip to the ones, okay. Gotcha. Thank you. Tom?
The pre-con for the new truck, which is the meeting you have with the company that is building your truck, will happen mid-next month. That date did get extended. I believe it was 800 days from the 650 they initially had. So there's that. 800 days is like a long time.
That's a really long time.
Colin Harding, our new recruit, will start next Monday, June 3rd.
Good.
So I'm pretty excited about that, and so is he. He came in today, his gear came in. Most of his uniforms, except for his dress and things like that, are in. So we welcome him to our family. The roof of the firehouse was addressed last week. I believe they got it done. I'll contact the guy tomorrow to make sure it was complete to the standards that were given.
Yep.
Chris is working with some local businesses in reference to a lot of false alarms we've been having in a few of the local businesses. I know the ordinance says we can fine them for that, but we try to refrain from that. We want people to let us know when they have issues. So we're working with them to get those taken care of.
Sure.
And IROL, if you guys remember me talking about that, that's the ordinance we passed towards the first of the year, which is the reporting ordinance where companies that come in and do inspections report back to us on their findings.
Yep.
That is going very well. We did have a few hiccups at first, which were expected. And some local company or some companies that we had to contact and go, we're not doing business that way. But other than that, things are going very well.
Question of Tom. Thank you. Sean.
Well, we finally completed the Morses Road project. Everything's been seeded and strawed. Everything is buried all the way from State Road 109 to the end of Morses Road is now all underground. So the storm over the weekend, which we had about 400 people out for about 45 minutes because of a tree limb was down. You know, that's another 20-minute drive out to there to get to that. So 20 minutes there and back. So we're looking at a lot of overtime saved over the next however many years. Yeah. So pretty excited about that project. We'll talk about the tree board stumps. Our stump grinder had a major failure. Basically, the wheel that spins at about 4,000 or 5,000 RPMs had a major crack through it. I didn't feel it was safe to operate, neither did Bobcat. So they actually gave us a trade-in value for it, and we were able to locate a new stump grinder via the tree board. So we've got that order. Hopefully it comes in next week. We've called these locates in twice already, but every time we have a hiccup. So yeah. Hopefully this time we're able to complete that project. Obviously, like Chip talked about, we're waiting for materials for the Eagle Park project, so we can get the conduits in the ground there. We were issued a little letter from IDEM citing the violations on our underground storage tanks. It's their UST program is what they call it. So we've had these same fuel pumps for 13 years and we've never had a violation. 2 years ago they told me that we need to start looking at getting rid of them because they're going to start coming down hard on everything they can to get rid of those pumps. Well, here we are 2 years later and we have a violation somehow. So we're working through that with Gasoline Equipment, who does our compliancy for those, looking at other options. So still working through that. Most of the time, if you show progress on making the corrections that they're wanting, they'll be lenient, but we sent an email out last Wednesday. We haven't heard anything back yet. So also we're going to begin pole testing on all the poles south of US 30. A company by the name of Osmos was awarded that contract. So hopefully in June or July, somewhere in there, they said they're going to try to get to Columbia City. You'll see their trucks around drilling holes and testing holes. So they'll let us know how many of them we need to get out and fix right away and how many of them we've got a little time before we need to address, things like that. I was advised last week that David Osborne, one of our second-year linemen, just completed his second class, will be leaving us. So that's the second lineman we've lost in 2 months. You know, he can go work other places and start where we can pay him when we top out. So that's what he chose to do. He's going to change his career path completely. He's going to the Fort Wayne Fire Department. So which is interesting. So we have started another hiring round of hiring. We're going to have to hire 2. So I guess at this point I'm asking for permission to replace Eli and David both, if you're okay with that.
Yes, you have 3 head nods. You got approval.
Right.
Anything else?
Nothing major.
Okay. Questions, Sean? Thank you. Gary.
All right. Matt, Cody, and myself met on Wednesday and had a huge progress in our GIS for Spillman. It's been years since we've done any updates to it, and we were able to do a lot of updates that day, and it actually went very smooth. Everything's working good. So now Cody and Matt's worked out a system where they're gonna do it on a regular basis. Matt should be able to do his side, and Cody should be able to do his side, and make it all work.
Work it all together.
So that's great news there for me and the dispatchers. Sergeant Woldridge went to FBI negotiator class, and he said that was a great class, and now if we have a situation that we don't have to call somebody from Fort Wayne, we got him on staff, so.
Nice.
Gearing up for all the downtown events in June and July, so lots of them coming up. Really, that's a job in itself, so blocking the streets off, putting all the signs up, taking on. Anyways, so lots of things going there. I got 2 candidates, or 2 applicants going to the Board of Works interviews on June 30th. I still have 1 position open, so again, like Sean, I'm asking for permission to open up a process sometime in June. I may have asked that last time, but.
Yep.
All right.
Good.
And then I had on here dispatchers running smooth. However, I got a resignation letter from Savannah Fetting.
I was going to ask you about that.
She submitted her resignation. Her last day is June 9th. She is going to, let's see here, I'll tell you. She's going to pursue a career advancement opportunity that she has accepted with another, as a position with another organization. That was her. So yeah, I wish her the best.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. She's a great dispatcher.
She is. She was. Yep.
Yep.
So again, permission to open up the process for dispatch.
Yep.
All right.
'Tis the season to be jolly.
That's right. Thank you.
Yep. Questions of Gary?
Gary, you said interviews were June 30th, you meant May 30th, right?
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
May 30th.
I was gonna say, God, it was May.
I'd be a month behind.
Is everyone have that on the calendar?
Yeah. Hopefully it's May, right? Good catch, Rosie.
Planning to be there. Thank you. Marcia?
Nothing.
Rosie?
Nothing.
Just kind of FYI kind of stuff. Memorial Day Parade yesterday went really well, even though it was a little sprinkly and stuff, but still had a great turnout as we always do at the cemetery and along the parade route. That was great. I'm almost completed with budget meetings. I have a couple more left this week. And then as mentioned, we're into mid-year evaluations. So we're pretty hectic at the moment. Let's see what else is going on here. Reminder that the Chamber Business Expo is this Saturday. And Big G says they're 3-on-3, and Prism Fest is happening this Saturday as well. And then next Saturday is Taste of the Arts, which is happening. It's both the Summer in the City program as well as the Arts Commission are doing those together. So
I think we get these.
see what else is. Just for your awareness as well, Utility Rate Advisory Board is meeting next Monday afternoon, evening, and they have all the documents and stuff. So we will do our annual meeting with them and see what they kind of have to say. Besides that, as you both know, Chip and I went out to a trade show and had a really, really great experience talking to lots of restaurateurs, and it was it's pretty exhausting. I don't know if you know the convention center out in Vegas, but it's I think one of the largest in the United States, and every inch of it I think was full of vendors. So a lot of walking. I think one of the days I counted 17,000 steps, and that was just one of the days. So long story short is we got a lot of great contacts, and we're working through those contacts right now. But I think it was a very positive experience. We wouldn't have had if we had not gone. So I think it was a very positive thing in that regard. So besides that, I don't know. We have CIP after council tonight. So besides that, I think that's all I got for right now. Is there anything else I have? Okay. Dan?
Nothing, sir.
Lisa? We have no press, we have no media. That's the same thing. And we have no audience. Thanks, everybody. We'll call the meeting adjourned.